Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nyingtop Chembo, Payu Lemond, Lodo Chembo, Chugo Dunis, Duba Chembo, Chutu, Loza Chembo Shablo Solwandem. As Amra Marpa go Wanko tribute, Wanko prayer justo, once a Nyingtop Chembo, Maniga once a Derene Bahadur, Nodoroni, Theo.
His Holiness Marpa Lotsawa, vegetarian, remarkable Tibetan Buddhist master, part 4 of 4. Continue watching to find out more.
Hello cherished friends, I am Jampa. The warm-hearted Tibetan people wish you many joyous days in Buddha's benevolent blessings. Welcome to part 4 of a 4-part series entitled His Holiness Marpa Lotsawa, Vegetarian, Remarkable Tibetan Buddhist Master. Marpa the Translator, or Marpa Lotsawa in Tibetan, is one of the most renowned saints in Tibetan Buddhist history. A great master and scholar, Marpa Lotsawa was a founding father of the Kagyu tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. He brought many Vajrayana and Mahamudra teachings from India to Tibet and translated them into Tibetan. We had the honor of learning more from Khenpo Phuntsuk Dorje Lama, who has been teaching at the Pal Dilyak Monastery, Temple of Thousand Buddhas, for the past 20 years.
Tibet Mata Wale Dino Vago Gyanja Hamro, Kajuma, 8 schools. Tesma Tulo Hamro, the greater vehicle, small vehicle, Hamro 8 छ त्यो अहिले लद्दाखदेखि लिएर तिब्बत मङ्गोलिया भुटान सिक्किम यो हिमालयन क्षेत्र सबैमा उहाँ चाहिँ मार्पा मेला गाम्पोपा भनेर चाहिँ यो सबैलाई थाहा छ यो मार्पाले यति साह्रो उहाँले गर्दाखेरि यो अहिले हाम्रो यो एउटा कहीं अमूल्य यति साह्रो एउटा थोरो महामुद्रा भन्ने ध्यान छ त्यो महामुद्रा ध्यान गर्यो भने चाहिँ हामीले यो एक जीवनमा बुद्धत्व प्राप्त गर्छ मार्पाको चेला मेलारेपा हुनुहुन्थ्यो धेरै चर्चित भयो उहाँको चेला गम्पोपा त झन् धेरै नै उहाँको किताब पुस्तक ज्ञान धेरै नै चर्चित छ.
Around when Marpa Lotsawa was in his 50s, he departed on a third and final voyage to India. Despite opposition from his family, he was determined to make the arduous journey in order to keep his vow to his master Naropa, and was further encouraged by a prophetic dream that Milarepa had. In India, Marpa Lotsawa learned that Naropa had become a realized Siddha, or wandering yogi, and was in the jungle, virtually inaccessible to the conventional world. People saw glimpses of him, but no one was able to approach him and study with him. For the first time in his life, Marpa had to struggle to re-establish his relationship with his beloved guru, Naropa. Each month for 8 months, during his exhaustive search for his master, Marpa had to deal with visions that blurred his image of his guru and the world in general. He was being tested by Naropa in order to receive the special teachings he had been promised. Finally, Marpa found Naropa in a forest. He was shocked that Naropa refused the gold he had worked hard to collect. Instead, Naropa showed him the complete sacredness and richness of the phenomenal world. He touched the earth, which turned into gold, and proclaimed, "All the world is gold for me." Marpa received the final teachings and instructions, which were the innermost essence in Fulahari Monastery. He was given a command prophecy to give these teachings only to his main disciple Milarepa. Because of the power of the teachings he had received, Marpa was overwhelmed by sickness to clear away his karmic obscuration. Marpa found his last trip to India the most profound and liberating. It is time to pause for a brief message. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to His Holiness Marpa Lotsawa, Vegetarian, Remarkable Tibetan Buddhist Master, Part 4 of 4. Marpa completed a further 3 years of training, and Naropa formally declared Marpa to be his Dharma successor. It was then that Naropa prophesied that a family lineage would not continue for Marpa, but that his lineage would be carried by one of his disciples, Milarepa. Upon his return to Tibet, he gave Milarepa every initiation that he had received. Marpa lived as a businessman and landowner, with his wife and sons in Lodrak. He was able to combine his practice and realization of Mahamudra with his ordinary life. He did not try to become a special person, but used his simple life as the path. Marpa worked very hard to establish the Kagyu lineage in Tibet. He spent many years translating Buddhist scriptures and established a Buddhist monastery in Zanskar. He gave teachings and transmissions of the complete Buddha Dharma to many students in Tibet, including Milarepa. Not only did Marpa translate Sanskrit to Tibetan, but he brought Buddhism to Tibet.
तर यो मार्पा उहाँको परम्परा चाहिँ अहिले हिमालयन क्षेत्रमा लद्दाखदेखिलाई होल हिमालयन भनेपछि नेपालमा पनि पर्छ हिमाचल प्रदेश अब हिमालयन क्षेत्र यहाँदेखि लिएर युनियनसम्म चाइनासम्म चाहिँ उहाँको भुटान गभर्मेन्ट चाहिँ काजु हो खास गभर्मेन्ट चाहिँ उहाँहरूको सरकारले मान्यता हो सरकार खुद चाहिँ हामी काजुपा हो भनेर उहाँहरूले भन्नुहुन्छ त्यहाँ चाहिँ हो अन्त टिबेटमा छ अहिले त संसारमै छ उहाँको चेला चाहिँ संसारमा फैलिएको छ
Translating did not mean just a word-for-word translation. Marpa had to go through all the hardships of the practice to communicate and translate the experience of the teachings. It is known as tasting the realization. Marpa studied, practiced, and translated for over 40 years to make his experiences available to others. Marpa Lotsawa passed away in 1097 at the age of 84. People reported seeing a rainbow and showers of flowers at that moment, along with delightful scenes and the sound of music. Master Marpa's incredible selflessness, devotion, and wisdom continue to elevate Buddhists and truth seekers. During a lecture in 1988, Supreme Master Ching Hai explained how Marpa Lotsawa's agonizing training of his disciple Milarepa illustrates an enlightened master's immense sacrifice to liberate souls.
不过真正的名是他很孤单，因为没有人会了解他。不过了解真理的人也不是完全了解啊，应该等到他修行一段时间以后，他才了解。等到他了解的时候，有可能很长很长。到这个时候，那位名师应该很辛苦教育他，很辛苦照顾他，他才能够得到这个果位。我们有可能看那个米拉瑞巴的故事，米拉瑞巴的师父对他怎么刻薄了，很刻薄，很严格。不过，他的师父对他这样子的时候，他很痛苦啊。7年了以后，也传法给他，从1年到7年呐，很辛苦，每天处罚米拉瑞巴，叫他盖房子，然后叫他破掉，盖房子，然后再破掉，盖房子以后再破掉，做什么都不对，做什么对他的师父都不对，做什么都不好，做什么都被他骂打。不是因为米拉瑞巴的师父个性很凶恶，不过因为米拉瑞巴业障太深重，所以他先把那个米拉瑞巴的那个业障洗干净，让他修苦行，让他被受到辱骂，被受到打，被受到那个辛苦的工作，洗掉他那个粗糙的业障、凶恶的个性，然后他才传法给他。不过那个7年呐， 米拉瑞巴很痛苦，很痛苦，很痛苦。做什么对他的师傅都不够好，做什么对他的师傅不对，做什么都不让他的师傅够高兴不让他师傅传法给他。外面的人看好像米拉瑞巴的师傅很凶恶，不过他的师傅也是自己也是很痛苦。他不是喜欢处罚他的徒弟，不过因为要洗掉那个米拉瑞巴很深深的业障，所以他应该用那种很严格的法门。即使他自己的太太也不懂他的方法，每天又责怪他说米拉瑞巴那么辛苦，那么虔诚，那么好怎么好，你为什么没有传法给他？你为什么对他这样那样子？所以我们可以看得出来，一位名师怎么孤单。他的那个米拉瑞巴的太太本来跟他在一起整个生活在一起修行应该了解他才对，是不是这样？我们认为这样，是不是？结果他也不懂嘛，何况外面的人，何况他的其他的徒弟呢？
nhưng tốt chém bò phải lên mà lo được chém bò chúc cái đời nhé, đồ bò chém bò chúc được kia, Lotsawa chém bò sẽ lo salwan dem. bây giờ हाम्रो Marpa को वहाँ को tribute, वहाँ को prayer जस्तो हो, वहाँ चाहिँ निङतोप छेम्पो भनेको वहाँ चाहिँ धेरै नै बहादुर नडराउने थियो। त्यति बेला इन्डियामा जङ्गल पहाड हिमाल सब हिँडेर त्यस्तो धेरैपल्ट पाल्नु भएर ज्ञान प्राप्त गर्नुभयो। अन्त उहाँले चाहिँ लोडो छेम्पो भने उहाँ चाहिँ धेरै नै ज्ञान प्राप्त गरेर उहाँको चाहिँ महाविद्वान भएर उहाँले बुद्धत्व प्राप्त गर्नुभयो भने त्यो प्रेयर हो। सुप्रिम मास्टर टिभी हेर्नुभएको सम्पूर्ण दिदीबहिनी दाजुभाइ सबैलाई मेरो तर्फबाट हृदयबाट धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। तपाईहरुसँग मेरो यो एक दुईवटा ज्ञान शेयर गरेकोमा, तपाईहरुसँग मैले त्यो भन्नु पाएकोमा, त्यो मैले वचन गर्नु पाएकोमा मलाई धेरै खुसी लाग्यो। Thank you so much. धन्यवाद।
With deep gratitude for all the enlightened masters who have graced and uplifted our planet, we give special thanks to Khenpo Phuntsuk Dorje Lama for sharing such precious insight into Marpa Lotsawa's inspiring life. Noble viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today. Coming up next is Fancy Raw Vegan Cuisines from Israeli nutritionist Moran Barlev, Vegan, Part 2 of 2. High-carb, low-fat banana porridge topped with dried fruit granola and fruities. Right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May Buddha's compassionate blessings
fill your days with light and love always.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/ls.
รายการของเรามีให้หลายภาษาโปรดดู suprememastertv.com/schedule และ suprememastertv.com/ls